What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and we got some more new uniforms, so that means it's time to take a look at them and see what they bring to the table. So, Venom here has a new uniform. We have Anti-Venom, which is awesome because Venom definitely needed something to help him out. It changes all of his skills around, all 5 of them, and the uniform bonus itself is actually pretty nice as well because it's a 15% heal. It's a 30% chance when hit to proc, but 15% is a pretty decent heal. The only downside is it's on a 20-second cooldown, so it does take a little bit of time to get this heal back up. But some of his skill changes that he has also give him some mini heals as well, so it's really going to help him with his survivability. So we have here the Tendril Spike, which gives him a heal based on the amount of damage that he deals to the target, so it recovers 8% of the damage dealt, but it cannot exceed 0.5% of his HP for each time the damage is dealt. So it's not going to be super strong of a heal, but it is pretty nice because I think when I was looking at it, it was around like 600 points of health or something, or 300 like multiple times. But we'll check that out in more detail in a little bit here. And then also the Deadly Maw also has another heal on it. So apply to self a 5% heal, and that's just when he's using the skill, so he gets a 5% heal right off the bat there, which is really nice. So he has another heal, and that's going to be activated about every 6.5 seconds. So it's pretty nice, but also the really cool part about this is he has that carnage effect where a particle of biometric will fall off and touching it will recover some health. So same thing as Carnage's healing globs, now Anti-Venom has that. And then down here for the lethal symbiosis, he has another heal where he recovers 3% of his max HP. So he has 3 skills now that give him healing plus the heal from his uniform. So that's really going to help out with his survivability. So first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual changes in the skills animations and just how they look. And then we're going to have to get into a actual game mode where he can take damage so we can test out these heals to see how nice they are. Alright, so his first skill gets changed around. So as you can see, he kind of just does like a big tendril spike hit to the ground. Whereas before he did that thing where he dashed forward through the enemy. His second skill is changed a little bit, like before he just shot like straight forward out in front of him. Now it shoots straight forward and the projectiles continue to seek the enemy out and hit multiple times, which is nice. So it's a lot better than before. And then his third skill, pretty much the same except it just animates a little differently. I don't think there's like any more spikes or anything like that. So this one's pretty much the same, just a different look to it. And then his big change right here is going to be the fourth skill. So this one is the really nice skill. So here we go. He jumps down just like Carnage and then does kind of like a mixture of Carnage's third skill with a starting effect of Carnage's fifth skill, which is really cool. So he just jumps up, and then now he has an iframe too, which is also something that's really nice. And then here are those healing globs, same thing as Carnage basically, just go around and pick those up and you can recover some health back. Then his fifth skill, again, hasn't really changed much. It's the same look, but different colors on the animation, of course, to go with Anti-Venom, but it doesn't really look like it's changed like any of the actual effects of the skill, except of course the heal. So that's going to be the skills. The only one that gets the iframe is going to be this fourth skill here. It's got the full iframe. This just really good for stunning them because of multiple hits. That's not an iframe. That's not an iframe. And then of course that's not one as well, but it is good for enemies that can be snared or crowd controlled. Alright, so that was kind of like a quick look at how the skills changed in animation, but let's see how well this uniform actually performs in real combat, because I want to see how good those heals synergize together. Alright, so here we are at floor 1 of Shadowland. So we're going to go ahead and try out the new Anti-Venom here. So let's go ahead and find him. So I have done this stage before with without a uniform, just as Venom, and it was quite difficult for him just because he was dying really fast, so I had to keep switching out to other characters just to keep him alive to get that VIP heal from switching characters. And the team that I had used for that particular attempt was Hulk and Red Hulk here. We had Hulk's leadership, so he even got extra 30% damage, and then he got the team up bonus here for all attack and attack speed. But it still took him pretty much the full time because his DPS is quite low, and like I said, I would have to keep switching out, so that was also a factor as well. But with this new uniform, I think he can do it on his own because he has quite a bit of healing now, so I don't think survivability is going to be an issue here. So let's try it out and just see how well these heals perform. Okay, so we're going to have heals on our 2, 4, and 5 skill. So let's see, we're going to take a little bit of damage here. So that was the uniform heal that just proc. Alright, so that one was only a couple hundred. That one, that was a lot of healing back from that 5th skill. That was pretty much from 0 health to full health with just one skill right there. So that 5th skill seems like it's going to be pretty good if you need health. That, and it's really good at crowd control as well. So far this new uniform is looking really nice. Alright. I don't know why we have construction going on outside. Jesus, what's with that loud truck? Anyway. The new uniform, like I was saying, is looking quite nice. This iframe I do like, and of course these healing gloves are really nice as well. Also something to take note is the uniform does change his typing from villain to superhero. Of course that makes sense being Anti-Venom, but that means you will not be able to use him in the villain stages because of that. But so far I'm really liking this uniform. The changes are really nice, and as you can see, he's not really having much trouble surviving. And I am just pretty much hitting the skills when they come off of cooldown, and that's it. I'm not really trying too hard to dodge their attacks or anything, and it's working out quite well. So definitely I'm liking the uniform. And these globs, oh, I wanted to see how much the globs heal me for. Looks like 18, almost 1900, which is really nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and take out Spider-Man here. If you would stop webbing me. Oh my gosh. This webbing is getting really annoying. And that's mainly because of Spider-Man's change. Now his webbing goes like immediately when he casts the skill instead of when he finishes casting the skill. So it's a little bit harder now to deal with him in Shadowlands, it seems like. But anyway, his damage is still a bit low because as you can see it's taking up the full time to clear the stage. But his survivability has increased exponentially with this uniform. So overall, I think the uniform is quite strong for Venom. It does make him a more relevant character with the uniform. It is kind of sad, of course, that he gets switched to superhero just because we do need good villains in the game. So having strong villains is kind of what's needed right now. But with the Sinister Six, of course, we get some new villains. But anyway, as I was saying, the uniform, I think, is a very good buy if you have invested in Venom at all, especially if you have Venom at Tier 2. The uniform, I'd say, probably is a must-buy then, just because it helps him out so much. So the uniform, I do like the uniform. I think if you use Venom, it's worth it. If you don't have Venom built up, then you can skip it, but with how much it changes the character, if you're going to use Venom at all, I would say it's pretty much a must-buy for him. But, of course, that's just my opinion, and you can decide for yourself, and hopefully this video helped you in deciding, and that's going to be it for this particular video, so stay tuned for the next, or the other uniforms, and I will, of course, catch you in the next one.